I did this simulation through Just Fate, the 8-week series, and it shook me to the core. So thus, a poem. And then earlier this week, I was in a workshop with the creator of the On the Matter of Race program, which I participated in, Dr. Lynn Maureen Hurdle, who kind of echoed the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. What she said was so timely. It's not people or political parties, but long-established policies designed to privilege white people. Now, if you've never been to a poetry reading before, I invite you, if you hear anything during the reading, especially after this exercise simulation, that resonates with you, feel free to use some finger snaps or an audible acknowledgement. Policies. Take a walk with me through U.S. history, where a timeline of policies established, reinforced, coerced inequities, the racial wealth gap, long-term effects, lifetimes of unjust systems to unpack. Hours after his honorable discharge, South Carolina police pulverized Sergeant Isaac Woodard's eyes, the offense, wearing a United States Army uniform while being black, a decorated veteran. The incident led to desegregation actions by President Harry Truman. But I'm getting ahead of myself, time hopping. Let's go back to 1865 and Andrew Johnson's land policies and sharecropping. 40 acres and a mule, freedom fuel for recently enslaved who fought in the Civil War, rescinded, serving their country, now serving their former masters once more. Black farmers subjected to land seizures and imposed eminent domain, displaced without rights to reclaim, their livelihoods forever changed. Ready for some more? Let's move on to the National Housing Acts of 1934. Maps were made, given a red shade, given a D grade. The ability of black home ownership did degrade. In 1935, the Social Security Act intended a safety net for workers unless you were omitting workers, domestic and on the farm, an unemployment rate of 80% higher for blacks than whites did the harm. The Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938 excluded tip-based occupations employing black workers struggling to earn a wage. Now, we come to 1944, the GI Bill. Government issue turns my GI system inside out. World War II heroes of color denied benefits on a high post Jim Crow sits, separate but equal. Not a new theme, a historical sequel. Segregated schools, housing, jobs, swimming pools, the glaring reality of white privilege. The bravery of 6-year-old Ruby Bridges. The lack of this knowledge today keeping us fools. Bell bottoms and disco dancing on a parquet floor to get lost in funky music of the 1970s sublime. Mortgage lenders steering black homeowners to loans subprime. The 1971 war on drugs, profiling black people as addicts and thugs. Incarceration, the answer for breaking the law. Implementing employment restrictions, further deepening the fall. A criminal record, collateral consequences, instead of second chances, the government builds war cages and fences. Deep-seated racial inequity across the centuries. Taking on these issues with poetry, will I live to see Jesus' final prayer, make them one, a reality? Policies. Yeah.